guys who bet big
and lose bigger.
This is the Desert Donkeys, presented by Golden Camel.
Welcome to week 9 of NFL football. We got a lot to cover today.
It's an intense week.
Jesus, gambling scandals, college football chaos, week 8 in the NFL, fantasy, and a little bit of life.
Yeah, this is a crazy week. I mean, we got to start with the gambling scandal, right?
I mean, how do you not?
Oh, man. Heartbreaking.
What's your take on this?
Well, I mean, the poker thing, people have been cheating poker games forever. And
well, hold on a second. Sorry to interrupt. You were a professional poker player. You're saying that people have been cheating a lot, or they just take advantage of silly donkeys?
Well, I think there's a combination, right? There's games that you get fish in with a bunch of pros. That's taking advantage of people. But some of those guys just want to play with pros, right?
Yeah.
So that's not necessarily cheating. There's also games that there's a rake that a lot of players might be aware of and other players are not aware of, which technically...
What do you mean a rake that people, like, define that for me? Because I honestly don't even know what that means.
So in house games, you know, the house that hosts the game, these are illegal games, but they will often take a rake. So it's chips coming off the table every time somebody wins a pot. And some people are blissfully unaware of how many chips are coming off the table. And when you know what's coming off the table, you kind of start to learn you can't beat the game. I played in games in LA where, you know, these houses would make $200,000 to $500,000 in a rake over a 3 or 4 days period.
For bringing a couple hot chicks and a couple of comfy chairs and ordering a nice restaurant, you're making $200,000 to $500,000.
Yeah,
why aren't we doing that?
I know, right? But like I said, if you know what's happening, it's a game you can't really beat. Too many chips are coming off the table, and they're not staying on the table. They're disappearing in a box underneath the table. So that's one way. But this scandal is much different. This is high-tech cheating. They're talking about X-ray tables, infrared things. I mean, these guys you were never going to win. You didn't even have a chance to win. Shuffling machines that were setting up hands. I mean, this is dark.
And I just don't get it because, like, if you're taking the rake and you're making X amount of money, like, just keep doing it. Like, they just want the big hit where you just bury someone.
Yeah, I mean, this was like very targeted. You know, they brought in a bunch of big name, famous people to play in these games, and you had wealthy people that wanted to play with these high profile either athletes or former athletes or whatever. And I mean, it's bad. That's bad. And there's obviously the mob was involved, and the level of technology on this is, I mean, next level. Like I said, rigged shuffling machines, X-ray tables, so you knew what people's whole cards were. Like, it's intense.
I just don't get it. Like, did someone piss in their Cheerios? I mean,
well, this is a mob. The mob's involved. So
yeah, but are they just? Why are they so mad at people? Like, you're gonna lose gambling anyway, so why just, you just want to take them out?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's a cutthroat situation. It's sad.
Yeah, so don't piss off the mob.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how apparently these games are pretty well known in the poker world. So people that knew stayed away from these games, and it really was these blissfully ignorant, wealthy people that wanted to play in them and had no idea what was happening.
Do we have some friends that played in them?
Not involved in the games that I know of. I know people that knew of the games, but that weren't playing in the games very specifically for the reasons I'm just explained.
Jesus, I'm glad I don't like poker. I'm all in. I get my ADD is like, dude, this is boring. All in.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of people that question games and the integrity of the games, and this just makes it that much worse. And then, obviously, coupled with this, they throw in the prop bet cheating, which is I think this is something that's going to unravel, and I don't think it ends with the names that they have now. And I think it's 5 steps backwards for sports betting, which really sucks.
Do you think that NBA athletes that are making $20-25 million a year are really risking prop bets, like so their buddies can make like 13 grand?
I think more is going to come out on this, and we're going to understand why. But I don't necessarily think that's why they're doing it. I think maybe they potentially got themselves into some kind of trouble, and this was a way to get out of that trouble. Does that make sense?
Yes, but like, you can't just. Here's where I'm conflicted. You can't just go put 300 grand on a prop bet. No offshore book is going to take that. You're going to get bigger limits offshore, and if you go and do that on a DraftKings or a Caesars, and you're not betting like that, and all of a sudden you put as much. First of all, you're not going to be able to get that amount, and then if you do, then it's like up the flagpoles, like ding, ding, ding. Here's an issue.
Yeah, when all of a sudden they have 10,000 bets on somebody's under,
that historically has 100,
or it's at least somewhat balanced.
yeah,
right? And all of a sudden,
whatever it is, it's to the moon different. I mean, it's not that hard. They all share all the same information.
Yeah, which is why I think like this is hopefully this is kind of more focused and minute, and we're not going to have 50 other players implicated in this. But I like some of the other stuff talking about injuries, right? Like knowing in advance a guy is not going to play, that kind of information, and why are you sharing that information? Who are you sharing that information with? What are they doing with that information? All of that comes into play as well. And in NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, where they play so many games, but that schedule's out, you can make that bet 3 games in advance because it's out there, but you already know somebody's not going to play. Like, that's valuable information, but not information people should be sharing.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with stocks, businesses.
Yeah, 100%. That's happening. This is just the integrity of prop bets and the integrity of sports betting is already under scrutiny as far as the expansion of sports betting in the states that don't want to allow it. This gives them kind of a pedestal to stand on and say, hey, this is why we don't want sports betting. There's a whole bunch of cheating going on. It's not regulated enough. That's why I say 5 steps backwards. And again, I hope it is limited to the names that we're seeing now, and we're not going to find 20 more, but I'm a little nervous that more things are going to come out. I mean, I think at the end of the day, the prop bet stuff, you have to keep it limited to professional sports because those guys have so much more to lose potentially. And they're also a little more mature, I guess. But mature, I'm going to use that loosely because we all do stupid things.
Yeah.
But college kids, I mean, offer somebody 10 grand to do something, it's...
I believe that type of stuff is really active because, again, like think of yourself when you're 19, 20, 21 years old. I mean, you got to learn. Like, obviously, you feel like you should be ethical, but the reality is these are kids.
That's what
most of them are poor.
And the people going after them they're wolves.
Yeah.
They're so...
And these kids don't have guidance, and then there's fear, and there's all these different things. But, the one thing that I was shocked to see was Chauncey Billups.
Again, I think that there's more to this, and why these people are involved.
Yeah, I'm baffled because I spent 2 days with him. I played golf with him. I saw him interact. I believe he has 3 daughters, if I remember correctly. Just the most family man. And if we're on the golf course, and gambling on the golf course is like one of those awkward things. Like, you don't want to bring it up, you don't want to, but I could tell when someone wants to gamble, or like, and then I could feel it, and there was nothing remotely like that. from him. Like the only thing I got was like, oh, decent golfer, great guy, seems like a family man. Like to have him on the cover, I was like, what?
Yeah, it's like I said, there has to be something, right? Like why would you, in his position, why would you get in bed with the mob? Like why? You're a head coach. You had an amazing Hall of Fame type career, and you're going to go and do something like this. I mean, like I said, I think there's more will come out, and we'll learn why on some of it, and that might be disturbing to some people.
You know what else was interesting was that the FBI director went on national news and talked about it. Have you ever seen that?
This is a big story. This is a big story.
I didn't see an FBI director when Ohtani got in trouble.
Yeah, that one got pushed under the rug pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I still think there's a lot of questions there that nobody answered clearly. I'm not a judge, I'm not a prosecutor, but I didn't see the answers to the questions that I have presented that would make me believe whatever the outcome ended up being there.
Well, to me, it's like,
I'm not accusing and I'm saying that I know anything that anybody else doesn't know. I don't feel like all the answers were presented to make me believe that the interpreter was the sole conspirator in those bets.
well, you know how hard it is to send a wire. You basically got to give your fingerprint. You know, it's a whole ordeal. And to wire, was it 14 million?
It was a lot.
I don't know.
It was multiple, and those millions.
Yeah, like to do that is fascinating. And that came and gone. That was like, oh yeah, Ohtani's he's betting on games, and then it was like Ohtani's getting. Was he even traded at that point, or what?
Yeah, he had just signed his $700 million deal.
Yeah, and then it was like,
no, it was the interpreter.
Yeah.
And then that guy went on the sword. Again, I'm not saying Ohtani's guilty, but it would. There's some answers that are out there that maybe they should have given everybody if they have them.
well, here's the thing: is that not guilty. Okay, he's not guilty. If he is guilty and someone covered it up, they're laughing right now because the performance he's given in the World Series, you said it yourself, that may be the best sports performance of all time in any sport.
I mean, he might be one of the greatest. I mean, he is one of the greatest athletes of all time. I mean, we talk about how much money he's getting paid. I was talking about it last night with someone, and $70 million. It's not even enough for what he's doing. Like when he comes back to pitching, he's going to be a top 5 pitcher in the National League. Those guys make 40 to 50 a year. He's going to be the best hitter in the National League. Those guys make 40 to 50 million a year. That's $100 million a year you should be making.
Gosh, imagine going back to Japan with him. What's that like?
Oh, I just like watching him dance. Do the little the little I just got a double dance that the guys do on the bases.
Oh, I love the swag after they get like big hits.
Yeah, and they look back at the dugout and do the little.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you call that. The baseball gritty, whatever.
Yeah, whatever they're doing. And that the putting the jacket on. Whoever decided to do that for MLB, that's incredible. It's so cool.
The jacket. I was actually shocked that it fit that guy for the
calorie cock.
The calorie cock. The guy. What's his name? I'm drawing a blank on his name, but the 5'8", 270 pound catcher for the Blue Jays is just a box.
And slowest player in MLB, right?
Well, I mean those little legs. I mean he's like a dachshund out there running around the bases.
Has he hit 5 home runs in the playoffs?
5 or 6 now, yeah.
I mean if Ohtani wasn't being talked about, I mean that's an incredible postseason.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean think about the Blue Jays as a whole. Their whole team. I mean there's got a bunch of guys that are putting up some massive numbers, but nothing like what Ohtani's doing. So it's completely blown on the wayside.
Was an 18 inning game the longest World Series game of all time?
We'd have to fact check that, but I definitely went to bed before it was over.
Oh, I went to bed before the 9 innings was over.
Yeah, I think I went to bed. It was the 14th inning. I just went to check as I was getting ready to go to sleep, and I'm like, this thing is never going to end.
Did you bet it?
I took the over, so
you had already won.
Yeah.
Well, TBD on what's going to happen with all this gambling stuff. I mean,
it's like I said, the 5 steps backwards for integrity of sports betting sucks. People always, everybody's questions officials. They question this, that, and the other thing. When the players blatantly kind of proved to have cheated, that really is kicking the balls.
Did you know that every single play in NBA is analyzed and then is analyzed through AI to see if there is cheating, though?
Well, and I was going to say, now with AI, you're going to be able to analyze so much more and like real time. Like it'll be so quick for them to say, oh, normally in the fourth quarter, this guy takes 7 shots, and magically this time in the fourth quarter he passed the ball and was open 6 times. Things like that are going to become blaringly obvious, and you're not going to get away with it if, in fact, that's happening. I don't think that this is something that's happening like rampantly across the leagues. I think that the only reason that would make sense that it is even happening at all is that these guys got into some kind of underground trouble, if you will.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be very strange. I mean, why are you telling 5 friends to bet the under? That's not what's happening. It's much bigger than that.
Yeah.
It's not like you're like calling your cousin and your 2 best buddies and your wife's brother saying, "Hey, take the under tonight." That's not what's happening. It's something else.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think we're going to learn a lot more here soon, and hopefully it gives us the answers and satisfies everybody to have the confidence to continue playing and having fun, making these fun bets. But
it gives the internet more material to say that everything's rigged.
Everything's rigged in one way or another, right? One way or another.
Well, jumping to college football, that's
a crazy couple of weeks, dude. Crazy couple of weeks. First, touch on the heartbreak for ASU. But definitely out of the college football playoff this year, it looks like, unless a meteor hits BYU, Texas Tech, and Utah.
Yeah, I don't even
and Cincinnati, I guess.
I don't even.
There's no path. There's pretty much no path where they can make it into the Big 12 championship, and a Big 12 team with 3 losses is not going to get in.
Yeah, not to mention they just aren't. They're just not great this year. They're like a few plays away, and everyone's banged up. Like people are hurt. Like
the
it's one of those years.
Yeah, last 2 losses. Obviously, missing your starting quarterback in Utah, that sucked. Then this week, Tyson was out with a hamstring, so it's football, man. It sucks. But then the coaching carousel, holy shit! Like Napier's gone, Franklin's gone, Kelly's gone. These are 3 of the most marquee programs to coach for. It's a strange year to be a coach.
Does the ASU coach jump ship?
I mean, you remember we talked to him, and he sounded like he never wanted to leave, and he was building a staff that didn't want to leave.
And he's making $7.5 million a year.
Yeah. So, I mean, I hope he doesn't, because I love the culture and what he wants to do here. I believe in his vision. So I really hope not. I also say, you look at those jobs. Those jobs come with so much pressure. I mean, if you're making good money somewhere where you can I mean, he can lose 3 or 4 games this year and come back next year, and nobody's going to bat an eye after what he did. It's like I talked about, like Coach Prime in Colorado. It's like he had the good year with Shador and Hunter, and he can ride the coattails of that for 3 seasons and not worry about losing his job. You go coach Florida, you go coach LSU, you go coach Penn State, you lose 2 games, and they're chanting "fire whoever you are." That's a tough gig.
Does Saban come out of retirement?
Ooh, somebody asked him that question, or asked his wife that question. I think it was Pat McAfee asked her on game day the other day, and I think she said that they hadn't seen a number big enough yet, or something like that.
Oh, she's great.
She's
by the
awesome.
way,
Yeah. I don't think he wants to come out and work in this new college football landscape. I definitely think he could, and I definitely think he could win, just because of who he is. But I mean, I don't know. I think he's having fun doing what he's doing. So I hope I like him where he is.
he's so good on those commercials.
On the commercials, he's great on game day. He's great on everything. Yeah,
he
he's great.
is so good.
We get more of his personality this way, you know.
And then it's like he already coached at LSU, and then it's what he's going to go to Penn State, or Florida.
Yeah, I mean,
the only way it makes sense is if he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to go prove a point. I can win a championship anywhere."
Yeah, that is the only thing that makes sense. But I mean, he kind of did that with Alabama, because Alabama was really in the dumps when he went from LSU to Alabama.
Yep.
And obviously showed he could do that. Obviously, Alabama is a very storied team, but they'd become kind of a middle of the road SEC team for years. But yeah, I mean, like I look at it like, who's going to fill these spots, and when are they going to fill these spots, right? Because the transfer portal opens while the college football playoff is going on. So I'll just throw a name out there: Lane Kiffin. Obviously, a name a lot of people are talking about. They're on pace to be in the college football playoff. Likely will be in there. How do you do that? Like, then you don't get him until whatever January 17th. You're missing a massive window of the portal when all those guys jump ship at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
because the kids leave so they could start the next semester.
Yeah,
so they have to leave.
Yeah, well, I don't know when the portal ends, but it opens. A lot of guys leave before their bowl game. I noticed that last year. I was super annoyed by it. I think it's so stupid. The portal shouldn't open until the entire college football season's over. It makes no sense. I get it because of
school.
Semester.
Yeah,
yes.
School.
Yeah, so they've created a problem there, right? But that's a shitty thing, to be on a team and just dip out before your bowl game.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's terrible. But think about if a coach has to do that. Like, do you want to hire a coach that can't come in until the portal's whatever three quarters of the way done? That window of the portal, they have multiple portals, but I'm just saying, do you want that? I don't know.
Yeah. What if you like mentally take the job, but it isn't official, and then you go win the national championship?
And for me, what Lane Kiffin is doing right now at Ole Miss, that's like it's his stamp, right? Like, if he goes to Florida and wins, or if he goes to LSU and wins, it's like it's already been done. Like, it'd be cooler to do it at Ole Miss, and it'd be your ship. Like, you turned this program around. And it's not like what's the dollars and cents difference? Like, it's not like he's going to make $8 million more if he goes to Florida, or if he goes to Penn State, or if LSU. And he's still got to play the same fucking teams, right? Like, you still got to play these same teams. So stay there. You've got something going. You've got support. That's my opinion. I mean, having the donor support that those other schools have might make it a little different. Florida, Penn State, and LSU have a lot of money that can help you get a lot of kids. So I don't know. What do you think? I mean,
the coaching carousel, I have no clue on, because does the Oregon coach jump ship? Like there's just all these what ifs, and I don't feel like there's any clear direction. There's just too many opportunities. And they just kind of don't make sense too, right? Like you said, with Lane Kiffin, like, he goes to LSU, he goes...
He's coaching. He's fighting the same fight he's fighting right now. He's doing a good job with the team he's got. So does the fight become easier if he does that? I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit easier, but the SEC is just a brutal gauntlet of football teams. I've said it to you many times. I thought Texas and Oklahoma was the dumbest move, going from the Big 12 to SEC. It's like you own a conference, and yeah, of course they had some up and down seasons, but really you guys, you're the dogs, and now you want to go to the SEC where you got to play Georgia, Florida, LSU, Ole Miss, now Vanderbilt. That's what your season
Texas
looks like.
A&M.
Instead of having to play, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like Kansas State, Iowa State, Kansas don't have good teams. They do, but they're not. It's not the same level.
No.
So you go from like pretty much having a walk-in to the college football playoff, or at least your conference championship most seasons, to now fighting to even be in the conversation, maybe even make the playoff. I mean, Texas, I guess, does kind of control its own destiny if they can win out, but Oklahoma's in a precarious position now. They've got to also probably win out. I don't even know if that'll guarantee them.
Because they have 2 losses, right?
Yeah, they both have 2 losses, but Ole Miss just beat Oklahoma. It's like how many teams are going to get in from the SEC? How many teams are going to get in from the Big Ten? You know, the ACC is probably only going to get 1 team in unless. But there's a scenario too where Miami doesn't even play in the ACC championship and somehow only has 1 loss. How do you not let them in?
I saw that.
And then let the champion, you're going to have to get 2 in there from the ACC, even though the ACC might not deserve 2 teams. But they might. We'll see how the season shakes out. I mean, there's still some time left. And then the Big 12, who I thought they were only going to get 1 team in. Now it looks like they definitely will have 2 teams in and might have a 3rd team that should be in.
Yeah. And to me, like the biggest question is Indiana good? Are they that good?
We're going to find out, but not until the Big Ten championship, because they don't play anybody until then. I mean, they got to play Penn State, but obviously Penn State's wheels have come off and their quarterback's done for the year. I don't see them like magically becoming a team that can beat them. That's the one game on their schedule that you look at and say, okay, it's a little bit scary, but other than that, they're going to walk into and even if they lose that game, they're still going to play in the Big Ten championship.
Yeah.
And that'll be likely against obviously Ohio State. And that'll give you an answer right there, though.
I love an underdog too, but for some reason, I don't know if I just have PTSD from last year when I bet on them and they lost by $1 million. That they can win the big game. They obviously did it at Oregon. I was on the wrong side of that.
At Oregon, which was a huge win. I love their coach. His quote last season when he said, "Google me."
Google me.
Oh, dude, the memes on him were great.
Yeah, the way he stands annoys me. Though he kind of like stands like almost like a woman.
He also has like a grin. He has like this the look that he has. It doesn't change. He's one of those guys. He's not happy. He's not mad. I don't know what it is. It's just like a poker face all game.
Yeah. But good for them. Good for the Indiana culture there.
Yeah, I mean they just upped his salary to $11 million, so he doesn't leave. I think obviously the Penn State job was like, they're like, oh shit, he's gone.
Yeah.
Now they're paying him $11 million. If you're getting paid $11 million to coach in Indiana, where he can rest his laurels on last season, this season. He could go out next year and have 3 or 4 losses, and they're still happy. Like, and you're making $11 million. Nobody's calling for your head. I mean, I don't know why you would leave.
I don't know that one. The pillars are the SEC jobs, right? Or Ohio State, Michigan. So,
Penn State,
yeah. Indiana, though, as much as it's almost like ASU, it's like I would like them to stay there and continue that, but ultimately, it's like, do you want to be the coach of the Yankees or the Royals?
All right. No, I get that. That makes sense. But how long are you going to be the coach? I mean, don't get me wrong. You're going to get a $60 million buyout if you get fired 2 years into it. But, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, another entertaining year. I mean,
dude, how crazy was that fucking Texas game?
Well, I didn't watch it, but I thought they lost, and all of a sudden they won, which could save their season.
Yeah, I mean, it's Arch is in the concussion protocol, and they have a tough one this week.
They're playing Vanderbilt, right?
Yeah, Vanderbilt. It's funny to say that's a tough one, right?
Yeah,
but they got Vanderbilt, but it's at Texas.
I think Texas is 1.5 right now.
Yeah, I actually I just pulled it up. It's 1.5. Dude, I can see Vanderbilt winning that game, bro.
Well, of course.
I mean, like Vanderbilt's good. I want to see Vanderbilt make the playoff.
I think they will.
That culture's changed there too. What about that coach? That coach could get poached up real quick. But I don't think he's going anywhere. He's a alumni. He loves what he's doing there. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Money talks.
Yeah, but I think they can pay him now. That school, they got a lot of money.
They got a lot of money there.
Yeah, they got a lot of money at that school. Just haven't put it into the football team.
Yeah, well, now they will.
They got a great medical school though.
How you feel about your fantasy team?
Man,
Mr. Fucking one loss.
Yeah, I'm standing in first place, but I lost Scattaboo this week, which was heartbreaking. I lost Neighbors a few weeks ago, another heartbreaking thing. I'm lucky that I have a stable of running backs, so it's not the end of the world for me. But that injury, I mean, I also have Dart, and I saw that injury hurt Dart. I feel like he was, like, it broke his heart a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how old Dart is, 22 years old, something like that. But you think about that, like, seeing your boy go down at that age, it's hard to go back out there and play the game you want to play.
Yeah.
I could see it in his eyes, dude.
It affected him. As it should. They're
boys.
Boys.
How about Scatwood trying to stand up with a foot turned around backwards? Guy's an animal, dude.
Animal. That guy is one of one.
He is absolutely one of one. Those videos of him before practice, when he was at like Sacramento State or whatever, just smashing his helmet up against a brick wall, and everybody walking by going to practice looking at him like, "The fuck is wrong with this guy?"
Yeah, he's an interesting character.
Yeah.
Fantasy for me has been entertaining. I mean,
well, you're doing good though in our big league.
Yeah, and I have no business being there, and somehow I just keep winning.
Yeah, I mean
I have no running back. My running backs were projected to score 2.9 points. I said that right. 2.9 points and 5.9 points last week.
What'd they get you?
One got me 24 and one got me 0.
Oh, well.
I mean,
that's a good balance.
That's a good balance. Good,
12 each is fine.
Yeah, 0 running back, 0 tight end, and somehow I'm 5-3. And I think I have the 3rd most points in the league.
I mean, that means you're doing great.
Yeah, coming for you.
Well, the thing about this fantasy thing, bro, is you can do all you want in the regular season. As soon as the playoffs start, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Yeah. Yeah, the NFL this week was tough, man. Whew. I will say I gave solid winner though.
You did give a solid winner, and I got to say that I bet Dallas.
I gave not just a winner. I gave a parlay winner.
What was the parlay?
It was Broncos to the over.
That game went over?
Oh, way over. They scored.
Oh yeah, it was like 40-20 or something, right?
44-24, 68 points. It was 51.5 was the total.
Did you take it?
Yeah, of course I did.
How many overs have you taken this last weekend?
Well, I lost on the over last night.
You took the over last night?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a little bit. They got their wide receivers back. I thought they were going to move the ball, and then they started the game off with 5 volleyball interceptions.
Yeah, that was tough.
Maybe not 5. It was, I think, 3 though.
There was definitely 3.
It was like back to back to back interceptions.
Yeah, Mahomes had 2 of them.
Yeah, Kelsey tossed one up. Debo had the ball, hit him in the hands, hit him in the face, go right to the defensive end. Those are shitty, overkillers.
Yeah, especially when they're driving.
Yeah, and they both were on those, especially the first 2. I think on the third one too. Kelsey had 2 that were intercepted off of him, right?
I think only 1. I think the other interception was just a good interception by the defense. Yeah. And they were driving.
Yeah. How about the Jets? How did that happen?
No clue. The 1 week I don't bet them.
Bro.
Remember last week I was like, they're the worst team in football. I was like, I'll never bet them again. And then they put up 39 points.
When we joke about rigged, can you imagine how many people had that game as a leg in their teaser?
Like the anchor to their teaser, their parlay?
They had like 7 different teasers going, and that was the one that... Very strange.
Very strange. The one play I gave last week, though, was a winner, the Chargers. I almost just called them San Diego. The Los Angeles Chargers.
The Chargers look fucking good, too.
Yeah, they look good.
They're back now. Everybody's healthy, except for your running back, who's done for the... Is he done for the year?
I hope not. I think he's...
It's just a IR, high ankle sprain type thing.
I think so.
Yeah, he'll be back. But the backup running back did a great job. Got their left tackle back, and Herbert looks like himself again. They looked really good against the Vikings. That was an ass kicking.
Yeah. Yeah, they beat him down. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, the Bills beat the shit out of Carolina. Ravens came back.
Did you watch that game at all?
A little bit. I was conflicted on which quarterback to start, and I started Dart over Williams. I just wanted to make sure I made the right decision. I think it ended up being the right decision, but not by much. They both kind of had rough games.
Yeah, that one was surprising to me. But the line was still, I think, 6.5 with their backup quarterback. Who's the backup quarterback for the Ravens? Huntley?
Yeah.
Huntley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Colts did their thing again.
Colts, your favorite team. You should start betting them.
I have been betting them.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. I didn't bet them this week, but I have been betting them. But the line was like 14 or 12 and a half. It was a
Did they
big line.
cover?
Yeah. 38-14.
Wow, you should do a future play because I know you're high on them.
I'm telling you, they look like a team that could go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If they can stay healthy. I got Jonathan Taylor as my running back.
I was gonna say you're like in bed with them because you have Jonathan Taylor, so you want him to be really good.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he scored 3 touchdowns a game for the last 3 weeks. He's having an incredible season.
You know, I met him.
Did you?
Yeah, I showed him a house here in Arizona. He came in to one of my listings, and I was like talking to him, and it was him and his girlfriend or his wife, or maybe they just got engaged. Sweetheart of a guy, like just so kind, so like unassuming, so just like a gentleman. He almost bought the house. He didn't. Wish he would have.
Did he? Is he going to buy a place here?
I think he did.
He did buy a place.
Yeah.
Here. Great place to be.
Yeah, great place to be. Good weather.
Yeah. Does he golf?
I didn't ask him that.
Yeah. Love to play some golf with him.
He wins you the fantasy, and you're like, dude, I really got to take you golfing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You know how much money you made me?
Oh man.
Who do you like this week?
Oh, Colts.
What's the line on that?
I don't know. -3.5 at Pittsburgh.
-3.5 at Pittsburgh. Ooh, I like it.
When they scored, dude. Seahawks. I like the Seahawks too at the Commanders. Primetime game Sunday night. -3.5. I think Daniels is still going to be out. That was a hamstring. They don't.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on with him. He.
I mean that it was a weird hit to hurt his hamstring, but with a hamstring injury and the way he plays, I don't think you want to rush him back.
Yeah.
He might be back though, but I still like the Seahawks. I'm high on the Seahawks too.
I think the Seahawks are great.
Yeah.
They're a good football team.
Who do the Lions got this week? Oh, they got the Vikings. Coming off a bye, they'll kick the shit out of them.
Oh, yeah. Detroit had a bye last week.
Yeah. Who do you like?
Well, my computer just died, so I don't have all the information, but I do like the Cardinals on Monday Night Football. They're +2.5 at Dallas.
I'm telling you, dude, Dallas. Well, last week I told you Dak was due to do Dak things, and
Yeah.
he did. He threw a bunch of interceptions, 2 interceptions at least. Their offense is obviously, they put up some points, but their defense is so bad.
They're last in every category.
Yeah, they are so bad. I think Knicks had a career game at halftime.
Yeah, because I bet them. I tried to fade you, and that didn't work out. But I saw their stats, and I was like, what an idiot I am. Like, they're last in literally every category on defense.
They are so bad. I mean, listen, the games that they've won, they've put up 30, 40 points, and they do that pretty easily. They got to 24 against the Broncos. But if you're giving up 40 points, you better score 45.
Yeah.
How about the MVP numbers that we saw go up? The odds. I saw Drake May was 4-1.
4-1. That's crazy. I mean, he's playing good though.
No, he is. I think he's playing well. I don't know how you put it ahead of the way that Jones is playing. Daniel Jones is playing for.
Well, not only did they put it ahead, but he's 4-1 and Daniel Jones is 14-1. So
Yeah.
the odds makers.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I think what they're. But are they like? I'm saying like I was gonna say. I feel like they're making this big jump that the Patriots have made this year. They look like they could win their division. They look like a playoff team, all that kind of stuff. So he's made a massive jump, right? But he looked pretty good at the end of last season. But if you look at Daniel Jones, he looked like he was going to be a career backup moving forward. And in my opinion, right now, he's arguably the MVP.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely an argument for it. I just go back to like, why are the odds like that?
Yeah.
What statistically do you and I not see that
Or what's going to happen in the next few weeks, potentially? Yeah,
that's a big difference.
it's a huge difference. Like looking back on what we've seen so far, I feel like they are in a similar place. I would put Daniel Jones a little ahead of him. That's a personal opinion, but I wouldn't put him that far ahead of him. I would say they're kind of neck and neck. I wouldn't make it a 3 times difference.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, to me, I would have, if you're like, hey, bet on who has better odds, I would say I wouldn't put May up there, but we're obviously missing something.
And who was the other quarterback? Mahomes was in first, which, I think.
I mean, he's the best quarterback in the league right now,
Yeah.
like statistically.
But voter fatigue, he might not win another one, I don't
Yeah.
know. Who was the other quarterback that was up there that we saw?
Josh Allen.
It was Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He
was behind May.
Yeah, he was like 8-1 or 10-1, something.
I think
like
it was, yeah, something like that.
Well, he had a good game this last week. That team is like a little bipolar. When their offense is clicking, they're really good. They get a little out of whack, and they don't look like they can do anything.
I don't like that coach.
And what's been holding them back? The coach?
The coach, Mahomes.
Well, Mahomes
Josh,
for sure.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say Joe Burrow. That one year they ran into that snow game.
Yeah.
They got buzzsawed. But what, like, is that coaching? Like Josh Allen is. I mean, he's such a stud. And then they had their defense isn't as good as it used to be. It's still decent, but they were better in years past, and they still couldn't get over this hump. Doesn't feel like this is the year they're going to get over the hump either.
I think it's the coach.
That's what I was going to say. It's got to be something, right? Not player related.
No. World Series pick tonight.
Oh shit. Well, listen, that was 18 innings.
Bullpens are toast.
I got it. Like, yeah, they're going to need their starting pitchers to go. I mean, as far as they can. In the beginning of this thing, I thought this was going to be a 4 or 5 game series. I was super excited to see the Blue Jays win the first game and do it convincingly. But then yesterday, actually, to see the Blue Jay bats come to life early, I feel like we've talked about it, but for them to have a chance against the Dodgers, their bats they've got to get some hits or guys on base in the early innings. I mean, the first and second time through the order, not later, because by the time it's later, they're getting their asses kicked.
Yeah.
So if they can score some early runs, I hope they can win. But I think it's what's the line? It's massive.
I think it's plus 170 and minus 200.
Yeah, I think I saw 220 and 170 or 180. I'll be betting the Blue Jays.
Let me guess, you're going to bet the Blue Jays in the over.
I was thinking I'm going to take the Blue Jays, I'm going to take the over, and I'm going to take the alternate run line Blue Jays.
Ooh, I like that.
Just because, it would be great to see this go 6 or 7 games.
Yeah, it'd be heartbreaking if it's 3-1.
Yeah.
If they go down 3-1.
Yeah.
Especially after 18 innings.
What are we calling the little dump truck? What are we calling him?
The calorie cock?
The calorie cock. I want to see calorie cock go yard again. I want to see Springer go yard. Get Vlad Guerrero involved in there. Let's get some runs early. And I don't care. Fucking Ohtani. He's going to hit fucking 2 home runs tonight. Probably have a double. probably walk into a triple or something. I don't know.
Unbelievable. All right. Well, the consensus is Toronto over, alternate line, max bet. And let's see how that works out next week.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
I think it'll be fun, right?
Yeah, of
Let's
course.
do it together.
Of course it'll be fun.
Let's do it together. Let's be on the same side together. Now he's scared.
Maybe I should fade
now
you.
He's fucking scared.
Look, there's LA right there.
Last time you faded me, how'd that work out?
Last 2 times I faded you, it sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe this, if you come with me on this, it could be like good juju for both of us.
Yeah, dude, I want good juju. I'm not trying to be the.
We don't have to max bet it, but let's put some juice on it and let's have some fun.
Well, scared money don't make money.
100%. All right, let's max bet it.
All right. Well, week 9, right?
Yeah.
Week 9's complete. What other chaos you think we'll come to the podcast with next week?
Oh fuck. Hopefully, no more betting scandals.
Yeah, hopefully no more betting scandals. Hopefully some news on it though. I want to get in the gossip on that and see what actually is going on.
Yeah, some answers.
Yeah.
Get some answers to the whys. The whys are going to be, I think, the thing that'll straighten some of this out for everybody.
I think I have Chauncey's number. Should I text him?
Hey, bud, remember me?
Yeah. Hey, dude, remember me? I shot 147 playing golf at Marbella. Just kind of checking on you, dude.
Think you might have some time to go play some golf. He's not coaching.
I will not be doing that.
Too far.
All right, well, that's a wrap.
All right, thanks for listening, guys.
For now.
Feeling good, got my A face on. Ready to roll the dice, then the night's good. Yo, I wanna place my best up.